Good morning everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just diving into the Bitcoin chart right now. As you can see, we had a bit of a pump yesterday. It was a really good pump, guys, on the daily time frame here. We're pulling back a little bit there, as you can see. But one thing, I know we've gone up, guys, and I know we broke out of that falling wedge, which is great, but these fib levels here, we could still potentially pull down to these fib levels, because you know things do tend to pull down towards it, and it is that EMA. So I don't want to get too excited yet, but we are looking at alternative. You have to look at everything and all the angles on this. Okay, so we still could potentially pull down to this fib level here, this 42.8 here, or even our EMA as it slowly creeps up on this support line here of initial target when we started to break down, that we said we'd probably meet the 55 EMA on the daily. As you can see, we back test it here as support multiple times there. We had 1, 2, almost 3 touches on the daily time frame, guys. So that is potentially what's still on the card. So you know, I want to get excited, but we have to be real in this game. What I would like to see, to be honest with you, because a lot of alts have had a really good clawback against Bitcoin over the past 24 hours, is it would be good if we could kind of go sideways and let this EMA come up even further, and we sort of touch it towards the end of March, start of April. So all of March could potentially be a bit of an alt run. So we could look at those levels. I'm just going to jump into Bitcoin on the 4 hourly here, guys. So on the 4 hourly, you can see that we have broke out of this wedge, which is brilliant, guy. We broke out down here, and I did say to you that if you was to go long, I think it was roughly around here. If we broke out, we will be targeting the top of this wedge, and it's roughly a 30% move. But aside from that, what we're doing now, which is really good, is, as you can see, we broke out of this 55 EMA. I could bring all the ribbons up, but sometimes a bit too much on the chart. So just like the 55 EMA, it's a really good indicator, guys, on the 4 hourly time frame anyway, of support and resistance moving up. So as you can see, it acted as resistance, kept getting rejected in this downtrend. So now we've actually pushed on. We've pushed through this EMA here on the 4 hourly time frame, pushed through it yesterday. We're now back testing it as support, which is really good. You can see we are actually bouncing off it a little bit here on the 4 hourly time frame. We've had a nice green candle. We came down, we bounced off it, and now we're pumping again. So that's a bit of positivity. But what we're noticing here on the hourly time frame, if I should jump into the hourly time frame now for you guys. So on the hourly time frame here, we've spoken numerous times about divergences. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a small divergence here where the price action has been going up. It's made a high and a higher high, but then in the RSI it's made a high and a lower high. So that is a divergence, and that's usually an indicator of the price reversal. Well, as you can see, the price did reverse there, obviously because it went up and we've had a mini crash there. Well, I say a mini crash, a mini correction. You can see we've come down, we've basically bounced off this 55 EMA. So that is a positive sign. You could have traded that signal there, guys, as you've seen us going up, and we painted this divergence here. That could have been a short signal there on the hourly time frame. So that's why the RSI and the EMA are really good indicators to bring up. But again, I'm not seeing a massive amount of volume in the Bitcoin chart, to be honest with you guys. So what could potentially happen for Bitcoin? Well, we could end up just crabbing in this sort of area here. You see we have got some resistance up here. If we zoom out on the 4 hourly time frame again, you can see this area here. Let's bring up this area. This particular area, as we're going up, this green box here, yeah, it acted as resistance, rejected, resistance, rejected, resistance, rejected, and then we back tested it as support there, a little bit of support there. But you can see on the way down, it acted as support and we broke it. So now it's acting as resistance on the way up. So you may see us struggling in this sort of area, guys. This here, this particular area here, which is roughly where we are now. So let's mark that. So this sort of level here, which is at 48,208, 48,205, you may see us range between that level and this level here in this green box for a few days, which would be good for alts, guys. It would allow alts to catch up. So you may see us just sort of trade in this range, and hopefully we don't break down. There's no hidden divergences on the 4 hour time frame here, guys. Because we're high there, a lower high, we've got a high and a lower high there. So Keep an eye on the divergence, guys, on the RSI for a hidden divergence, whether it's bullish or bearish. But what would be good here is if we could trade sideways, not break down, not shoot to the moon, because that would give our alts a run, and we all want a nice alt run, don't we, guys? We all do want a nice alt run. So the month of March could be a really good month for alts. You can see that they've already stepped out the gate. You can see that Ethereum's pumped. You can see that Link's pumped on the news of that city. You can look through the charts and you see that most alts are pumping against Bitcoin. So fundamentally, we are kind of geared up for an alt run this month, but with that we could potentially see Bitcoin just sort of go boring and go sideways, mini pumps and that, but hopefully it finds this level here as major support moving forward and it doesn't break down again. So yeah, that's just something to keep an eye on Bitcoin, guys. We are bullish on the 4 hourly time frame. If we switch to the daily, you can see we're still bullish on the daily. We're well above the EMA here, you know, because that's our target that we don't want to get to. We don't want to get down there, do we, guys? You know, but it is a potential thing that could happen, so you need to be aware of that. But again, we're still bullish on the daily. We're bullish on the hourly, as you can see. Let's switch to auto. You can see that we're still bullish on the hourly. The probability is we come back, and as this EMA here creeps up, we'll probably just keep back testing it as support, guys, moving forward. So that's good. And obviously we're bullish on the 4 hourly as well, because we're above the EMA. And yeah, just on the 4 hourly, having a quick look there, guys, you can see that we're still bullish on the 4 hourly as well. So we're back testing this EMA as support. So that's basically Bitcoin. Hopefully it goes a bit flat and boring for us, because we want the alts to pump, don't we? So let's have a look at Ethereum. So you can see Ethereum now on the 4 hourly time frame, guys. It is coming up against this 55 EMA as resistance now. So it is coming up on the 4 hourly as resistance. So obviously we do need to get through that. You can see we got through that and we got wicked back down. So that's quite bearish there. But there's a bit of a nice green body coming in there. Hopefully with Bitcoin sort of crabbing and going sideways and not going down, then we could see Ethereum potentially pop this today at some point and get through this EMA, backtest it as support, and then have a nice run. So that's a potential play. There's not really much else to say about Ethereum. We'll look at the other time frames on the daily. On the daily, you can see we're well above now. We've broke out. We're above this 55 EMA. If you remember, guys, we were down here. We was under it. We were all the way down there. I think it was Sunday. And then obviously this is a very bullish sign. The fact that this candle here, it got munched up by the bulls. So this is where the bulls stepped in and pushed the price up, and then the bulls have taken over. So here, you know, you could potentially see a back test of this 55 EMA, guys, on the daily time frame. Like I said to you, come back test it as support, just to clarify that we've broken the trend and we are moving upwards now, and then off we go. So that's on the daily time frame. We'll jump into the hourly time frame. So again, on the hourly time frame, guys, you can see just like Bitcoin, you got a high and a higher high, and then in the RSI we've got a high and a lower high. So that's a divergence, and lo and behold, we did break down. So obviously we burst that now. You can see in the RSI we are just coming back up. We didn't quite get down to this EMA, which would be nice to see us retest this at some point. But hopefully this EMA can creep up with the price and we sort of just bounce in this area. Like I say, the EMA creeps up and we sort of back test that EMA on the daily as well, just to confirm that we are in that uptrend. And yeah, so Ethereum and most alts are looking more bullish than Bitcoin right now, guys. And the fact that we are clawing back some sats against Bitcoin in the charts as well. So yeah, jumping onto Chainlink now. So just looking at Chainlink on the hourly, guys, this looks beautiful. This looks great. You can see we're moving up, coming down, correcting, moving up, coming down, correcting. We'll have to drop the fibs on these and see what it's telling us. But I do believe we had some good news come out yesterday about Chainlink with the Citibank saying that they're working with Chainlink or something. So I'll leave you to research that because I don't want to make too long of a video today. You can see we are coming up to some level of resistance there, over there in the uptrend there, acted as support, bit of support there and there. And obviously you can see it bounced around there as a bit of support and then it broke down. So we are coming up against a bit of resistance. Hopefully we can just, you know, coast through that. The RSI is looking a bit overbought there, so you could say we potentially have a bit of a dip after this swing high there. So let's drop the fib levels on this right now, guys. So you can say that was our bottom. This is the hourly time frame, guys. So from the bottom there, and we bottomed out. So that was our impulse move there. You can see that we didn't actually come down to these lower fib levels there, but the fact that we bounced off his 0.382, that's really good. That's a very powerful uptrend, guys, a very powerful uptrend. Again, it's moved the fib off the bottom of that impulsive wave, corrective wave there. So that's the corrective wave down on the hourly time frame, and you can see that that's the top of the impulsive wave. And you can see on that particular move, from the bottom of that corrective wave on that initial breakout there, we came up in an impulsive wave just there, guys. You see that? Impulsive wave and corrective wave, and look where we bounced off. If I can zoom in for you guys. So yeah, on that impulsive wave, you can see that we've literally bounced off to 0.618. So that's great. That means that the trend is your friend. When we see the levels go up like this, it just means that there's a continuation trend, and the trend is your friend. Until these fibs get broken, what you'll see is it come, and if it was to lose that 0.618 there and start to come back and it fall below, you could, the trend, the current price trend is broken, and then you need to wait for it to reset, find its footing before it goes up again. That's basically how it works, guys. So move on to the next there. That was a low, that was a corrective wave there, you see. So the impulsive wave up, corrective wave down. Now we've formed another impulsive wave, so we do this to the top of that, and as you can see, we've already broken out of this impulsive wave. We came down, tested 0.382 as we did on this initial impulsive wave and corrective wave, came down, tested the 382. Link looks absolutely bullish, given the fact that it only tested the 382 twice in this uptrend. That's really bullish. We could see a massive breakout on Chainlink, guys, and that would be the alt run that we've been targeting, and that price prediction that I set, I think towards the middle of last week, where I do see Chainlink coasting towards that $64 price target mid-April. So that looks on the cards. It's very, very bullish for Chainlink, this is. So again, you know, that was the swing low, that was the corrective wave just here. The fact that we only came down from this corrective wave there of that impulsive move. So this was an impulsive wave, that was your corrective wave, only tested the 0.382. You can see we've already broken out of the previous impulsive wave. So let's say, for example, we'll use this as a template to see where the next target is on Link. We could do something like this, guys. Just move this fib from the bottom there, and you could see that we could potentially be targeting a $31.93 breakout on Chainlink at some point today or over the next day, providing Bitcoin behaves. So we could see ourselves pushing up to that level on Chainlink, guys, at $31.93. So that would be great. And then obviously when it gets there, look for the pullback. Set your fib levels again. Just come onto your chart, set your fib levels, and look for the pullback on the fib levels there, and away we go again until it corrects and consolidates, and that's it moving forward. So we could be looking at a target. I'll set that target for you guys now. Sometimes when it's going up, guys, it's really that easy to just see the trades. It's really that easy to see your targets. You know, on a mini time frame, these are bull flags. They're basically bull flags, you know, and they move up the same length as the impulse wave there. So yeah, so it's something to keep an eye on. Experiment a bit on the charts, but as you can see on the daily, we are getting really far away from the EMA, so eventually that will come back down and back test it on the hourly time frame. Sorry, switching to the daily, you can see we've absolutely broke out there on the daily, so it's super bullish for Chainlink. And where are we now on the 4 hourly? Take a look at the 4 hourly. Again, we were in an uptrend on the 4 hourly. Bull market resumed there, so it's all positive, guys, all positive. You know, I hope you didn't dump your link down here at $20. I hope you was buying down here at $20, because Chainlink is a serious project, guys. Anyway, let's jump onto Reef right now for you guys. So on Reef, on the 4 hourly here, you can see we are hitting this 55 EMA, and we're getting rejected off it. So at the minute, it's not as good news as we're looking at on Ethereum and Chainlink on the 4 hourly time frame here. We are hitting this 55 EMA as resistance, but as soon as we can get above it, we're off to the races, guys. That's not a divergence, no. I'm just saying that there could potentially, it's a little bit of a divergence, guys. If you look, we're sort of getting a high there and a lower high, and then on the divergence, you could say that we may form soon. If this RSI starts to go up, we may form a bullish divergence there. So potentially this RSI on the 4 hour time frame could start to creep up like this, which would indicate a breakout. So again, a high, a lower high, and then a high, and a higher high and a divergence in the RSI, and as the RSI creeps up there like that, we could form a bullish divergence which is indicative of a breakout. And you can see here, let's drop the fib levels on this as well actually, because you see that that's quite a nice breakout and retest. So let's jump to this. So we know that that was the bottom on this recent correction there for Reef. So we go from the bottom here guys, just there, and we move up and we look at our top. That was the top you see of the move. That's an impulsive wave guys. This one here, that's the impulse, and this is a corrective. And at the moment you can see we have bounced off this 0.50. So that's 0.50, sorry, at 29 cents, 0.29. So that's positive in itself, that we're bouncing off these fib levels. And obviously, again, like I say to you, as long as we come down and we bounce off these fib levels and don't lose them, that just means that the trend is your friend and the move is intact. So potentially, say we was to bounce off this now and form another impulsive wave, the same length as the impulsive wave from the bottom, we could be looking at a potential breakout on Reef on the 4 hourly time frame. Let's move this fib. This is again not an exact science. Providing we don't come any lower now and drop down to the 0.618, we could be looking at a potential move up towards the 0.36 on Reef guys. So and given the fact that we are forming this bullish divergence here on the RSI, so that could be a really good indicator of a breakout that's imminent up to that level guys. So yeah, just something to keep an eye on. That's the 4 hourly time frame on Reef. I won't spend too much time on that today because the video's getting on, so I'm going to jump onto 1Inch. And just like I've said to you guys in numerous videos, it is all dependent on Bitcoin, okay? If Bitcoin crashes, if Bitcoin corrects anymore, then obviously alts get dragged down with it. But like I've said to you at the start of the video, potentially see Bitcoin just trading in that range now for pretty much the rest of March, which would be nice. And it would give alts a breather and allow them to just go on now and move on in the market, and we could potentially see a really, really good mini alt season, guys. So yeah, just something else to think about. So with this is acting beautifully in my opinion. 1Inch, I've been trading this since yesterday. I've been looking at it and trading it. This is acting beautifully, especially on the 1 hour time frame, guys. If we bring out the fib levels, like I said to you yesterday. So like I said to you yesterday on the 1 hour time frame, you know, there's no hidden divergences here or anything. It's all sweet. It's reacting the same way as the price action. Again, that's something that you keep an eye on, guys. And you can see we're not oversold yet. We're not pushing. We're pushing up a little bit, but you can see we're breaking out, retesting support here. We've got above the 55 EMA on the hourly now, and back testing at support, so that's great. But what I want to show you here, guys, is the fib levels. So we said here, this is the bottom. I said to you, watch the targets as we move up. So you can see that we went up in this impulsive wave, and we shot up, and we corrected. We've bounced off the 0.5, just like we have on Chainlink. And Reef at the moment, it's looking like we're bouncing off a 0.5. So again, then we've gone up again in the next move. You can see it wasn't quite the same as the impulsive move, so we dragged that down there like that. And you can see that what we've done is we've gone up in that impulsive move there. From this bottom here of this move, we've gone up, impulsive. We did come back down and we formed something that looked like a bit of a double top, which is quite a bearish pattern, guys, by the way, that double top on the hourly. But we did come back down and we tested this 0.618. Look at that, but bounced off it beautifully, guys. Look at that bounce, beautiful, off a 0.618. So I was targeting that, and I was down here buying. So that was a great trade, and obviously I'm up there, and I sold up here, and I've bought back down here on this retest here. So I'll just show you that, guys. So with this particular one, this is why I always use this as a template for the next move, because you can see this pretty much lines up with the next impulsive wave. So we know that that area there was our bottom. That was a corrective wave from the impulsive wave up, down to a corrective wave which hit the 0.618. So like I said to you in yesterday's video, you can always use this as a bit of a template to see where the next move potential upside is. So let's just move this, guys, to there, and you can see, lo and behold, we went down in a corrective wave there, and we formed another impulsive wave just here, guys. It's gone up, and look where it topped out. The exact same as the previous one. It's not always going to work, but it gives you an idea of roughly where it could go, guys. So we topped out at 4.36, and obviously we've come back down, and look where we've bounced off, guys. We've bounced off our corrective wave, came down and bounced off the 0.618. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. Fibonacci. absolutely kills it. So let's drop them out for you, and we could potentially target a new impulsive wave now from this bottom wave. Again, it's all if Bitcoin behaves. You can see we've come down, we've tested it twice here on the 0618, and we have moved up quite nicely. We're trading currently at $4.22, and the market, the alts, is quite bullish, guys. So, and you can see that was an actual back test of this 55 EMA as well on the hourly time frame here, guys. Okay, so let's say we'll just measure that previous impulsive wave and see where we could potentially go to then, because we've just replicated it. So this particular impulsive wave up now could see us reaching $4.50 at some point today. So potentially we could see ourselves impulsive wave up to $4.50, and then a potential corrective wave back down to $4.23, where we'll find a base, and hopefully at that point the EMA's creeped up with it as well. So again, the trend is your friend. These fib levels are just really good to just a confirmation of backtesting support, to confirm that we are in fact in this uptrend. Until those fib levels get broken, that's when the trend is broken, and that's when you should be looking to exit your positions and re-strategize your re-entries on the retest of the fibs on the way up, guys. So yeah, I hope that video was informative today for you, and I hope you find it educational and helpful towards your trading, guys. We probably could see a bit more volume here stepping in on 1Inch, but at the minute it's trading beautifully. You know, you buy down here, you sell on the top of there, you buy, sell, and you're constantly making money, guys. So that's it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please share it, please smash that like button, and also join the Telegram group. There's a lot of people in there now. I think we've got over 100 members, which is great. Some brilliant ideas in there, some great characters in there as well, bouncing ideas and bits and bobs, and talking about various other projects as well. One particular chap in there, he mentioned a project that was coming out on Binance today, so I've had a look at that. Badger, I got in quite early on that. I'm just hoping it goes up a little bit more, because it's pumping quite hard. So again, it's just all informative in the space, guys. So yeah, take care. I'll catch you tomorrow, and hopefully this trade pays off today and we approach that $4.50 on 1Inch. See you guys.